Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast pregame show. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer? Dog?
I'm a little sore. My back hurts. I think sitting on stacks of cash, not advisable, Sean. Dominated.
2-0, and both of our weekend locks hit.
Do a double lock salute.
The hard, well, we'll see. I mean, the good Saturday, getting things headed in the right direction. We got both our dogs playing today. I, of course, had the Tampa Bay Bucks winning outright, and you, Ryan, went on the biggest of longest of long shots, biggest of dogs, predicting the Cleveland Browns would win outright.
If you're gonna pick a dog, you got to pick the dog.
So I'm sitting on Browns money line, or sorry, not Browns money line. Browns plus 10. I got the number got some good perfect line value, as the kids would say. And then sitting on Tampa Bay money line, we got a ton of props. Going to give out first touchdown and some of our favorite player props. But since we're on the locker room app, we can also take your calls. So feel free to call in via locker room. Very easy to download. Just go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com, download the link there, hop in our locker room and give us a call.
Whip the towel,
snap
comfortable,
the towel. Yeah.
Hop in the sauna.
It's perfect for some locker room talk. Whatever you want to know, our predictions, thoughts, throw out some player props you guys like, what you're feeling. Of course, when it comes to gambling, don't care about your feelings. Otherwise, let's go, Kramer.
All right, what are we doing first?
I don't know.
Should we just get right to it? Because I threw out a pick, the early game, of course, a nice awkward 12:05 West Coast kick.
Yep.
Browns Chiefs. You mentioned how we like the Browns on the spread. I like them on the money line. But I recorded a video better than Vegas, and I told you, like, this is a massive disadvantage to the Chiefs. You want to play the running backs. I decided to attack Kareem Hunt over 2.5 receptions, over 18.5 yards. I've seen people, Malcolm Bamford, friend of the program, contributor to sportsgamblingpodcast.com, throwing out Chubb over 10.5, maybe 9.5, 10.5 longest receptions. I like that angle. Bottom line, Chiefs 31st against the running back DVOA. And if you look at the last four, Sean, it's staggering. 11 targets, 8.5 catches, 82 yards to the running back. So that's the angle. I'm just shoving the chips. It's the first
pushing
game.
All in.
I got the extra cash from yesterday. We're going to reinvest it.
Great reinvestment opportunity. Yemdog81 saying, or pointing out, Chubb has scored in 7 consecutive games. I think he makes it 8.
His anytime is only, I saw it at -110.
That's crazy.
I saw it at -110.
So yeah, I mean, I'm on that. I like Kramer's where his head's at with receiving player props. I'm a.
I thought you were gonna say you like my Chubb angle, which we could have isolated nicely.
I'm a big Austin Hooper guy in this game. I got Austin Hooper over 43.5 receiving yards. I think coming back the other way. Okay. I like Tyreek Hill to have a big game over 86.5, and I do think Baker Mayfield will throw the ball a decent amount. Baker over 256.5 throwing yards. So those are my favorite props of the early game. But yeah, I'm with you. I already got down on some of those Hunt prop bets as well.
To go to the other side, just to make it a little unbiased, quote unquote, Mahomes over 2.5. The fact that you can still get that for -120, I do think there's going to be some points in this one. And I don't, Clyde Edwards-Helaire not playing.
Yep.
I think you can get cute and look at some of the running backs and just not know. I think they're going to lean on Mahomes. So over 2.5 touchdowns is a fun way to go. I've also seen people throwing out Mahomes anytime, with the idea maybe he scrambles with the lack of the run. I don't really believe in that. But for me, another way to attack this, if you like the Browns, the Browns have to get out quick. Also, the Chiefs tend to defer the kickoff. The Browns almost certainly won't defer the kickoff. Browns score first, +130.
Ooh.
I've run the calculations. A lot of ways we can get to the window here. So I really like that +130. And for my first touchdown, Sean, I'm taking my medicine. Kelsey +600. Not over chalk. I mean, obviously I'm playing Browns first touchdown. So if I'm playing I told you off air, one of my opportunities is to take Hill, Kelsey, Chubb, Hunt, first touchdown. All four of those guys -110. Would you take that?
Yeah, that's not bad. But I'm going all in on Austin Hooper. Give me Austin Hooper first touchdown, 20-1. 20-1.
Oh my god!
If I play these first touchdowns, I gotta go crazy. So yeah, give me Austin Hooper at 20-1. Right?
Yeah, and what do you guys like? Let us know in the chat. Head over to Locker Room. Hop on. Let us know what you're betting.
Give us a call.
Like our man John. What are you betting on today, John? You there, bud?
John, can you hear us?
Oh, good.
All good. Exactly. Yes, let's go, baby. Oh, that's a good price.
And just real quick, when Hooper was at Stanford, I think the Hooper train was a different meaning. So kudos to you for being part of that as well. And you like anything else in this first game? All right, man. What do you? No, go ahead.
Yeah. What do you got? Ooh.
The Saints offensive is really really full. Like you got Michael Thomas, you got Traquan Smith coming back, you got Dante Harris who had like 7 receptions last week or something like that. And so basically what I'm seeing is Sanders averaging like 30 yards with Thomas in the lineup, but without him he's averaging 73. So because Thomas is playing, I'm going with under 42. So lock that up for your clients.
There you go. Well, and of course we always put the client first. Thanks for calling in, John. Pop back in if you got anything else later.
Let it ride.
Let it ride, baby.
Ryan, no one can hear the caller, FYI.
We're good. It's all resolved.
Okay.
Yeah, they can hear it now.
All right. It sounds like we got another caller. Bring him on.
I guess we got to let Bowser come on and somehow try to talk shit about how the Browns beat the crap out of his Steelers. Bowser, what are you betting on today?
Hey, I did jump on the Steelers live at plus 18.5. I did all right in that, so I can't be too upset about it all.
What do you got going today, Bowser?
Okay, so I'm on the Browns money line too, and I have them in a teaser with Tampa. But what I'm really kind of did here also is I did the double reverse or the double outcome of Browns first half Chiefs game. So whether it's Browns money line or if the Browns can just give me the first half, I'm looking to profit some nice units there regardless.
And there's something else I was going to go throw out there is because the price for the first half being plus 240 again with there's almost a better chance that we don't give Mahomes that fourth quarter to come back and make us look foolish.
Yeah, no, that because I could just see the Browns going full Browns on the fourth quarter, like.
There is something to that.
I'm going to, on the advice of Mr. Scott Bowser, I'm not going to play the double result. I am going to play the Browns first half money line as well. Let's go. I'm seeing as high as plus 260. So you're only taking a small discount. And this is with the late line movement too, Sean, which by the way, does that not terrify you?
Yes. I'm terrified of this Cleveland, but I think Bowser nailed the angle there of taking the first half and not having to worry as much about.
I like the double result
and
too.
Certainly Cleveland, the fresher team. I wouldn't be surprised a team like the Chiefs, who, coming off a bye week and even the week before they didn't play, so they haven't seen meaningful action in a long time. I wouldn't be surprised if they come out a little slow for this game.
All right, Bowser, you got anything else for us?
I just said, it's crazy how the money line moved overnight. They're down to like plus 320 now or something like that, which is hopefully you got it early in the week if you're playing that. But yeah, the double result, I got that at like plus 450 and I got the money line at plus 420. So I'm looking good either way, I feel.
All right, brother. Good luck today.
All right, guys.
Later.
Have fun.
All right, we got it. We got another caller, host of the EPL show.
Oh, nice.
Hopefully he doesn't want to talk soccer. Billy, what's up? What do you like today?
What's that?
What do you like today? I know, or are you just here to gloat about your Packers?
Oh, I'm happy about that. Obviously, the future's still going. Cashed the -6. I actually went 4-0 on that game. with the Packers winning. I landed props. Jared Goff under 215 is what I got it at. So everything was going good. I went 0-4 in the second game. I don't know what I was watching in that game. I didn't cover Lamar's rushing yards. I didn't hit the over. I had Baltimore +9 in a 9.5 in a teaser that didn't make it to today because the second legs of the Chiefs. Literally just obliterate everything I did in the first game.
So
I don't know what I watched.
So how are you going to repent today, Billy?
Well, I don't know. Everybody's trying to make a case for the Browns. I just don't see it. I think they won their Super Bowl last week. They're jumping up and down. Ben's crying. Like Ben has. Have you seen the Karate Kid? Right? They beat the shit out of Daniel LaRusso for the entire film. All the bullies, the Cobra Kai, and then at the end of the film, he runs through Cobra Kai. That's what the Browns did last week.
Yes.
They got to Big Ben. He's sitting there and he was crying. The bully was in tears at the end of the film. That's the end of the film. And that's the end of the Cleveland Browns. I don't know why everybody's making this case for them. And obviously it's a big number, but these numbers get covered in the playoffs. Teams that win cover 82% at a time. So it's an 82% chance if the Chiefs win, coming off a bye as well, that they'll be able to cover this spread. Plus, I think the game total is quite high as well. With this 57, well, Andy Reid makes good adjustments when he has a bye, but he also makes good adjustments at halftime. And I think this game may come out fast, but I think you may see a slow-paced third quarter as well, which may help you cover your under. So I think 57 is really, really high to take in this game, especially off the back of what we saw yesterday.
It's true. It does worry me a little bit. And I'll just in general, it's a playoff game, but man, the when you think about this game, it's just hard to find. It's hard to find versions of this where it's a defensive struggle.
Yeah. And they played a game in college, obviously the Big 12, different than the National Football League, but
deep pull
2016, an epic all-time shattering game where Mayfield went threw for 545 passing yards and 7 touchdowns, and Mahomes threw for 734 yards and 5 touchdowns. It was a 66-59 shootout. Obviously, I don't think we get there, but I wouldn't be surprised to see this as a high passing affair. And again, why I'm kind of on Baker and some of these passing related player props. I think either way, there's multiple game flow ways you can get there.
But Sean, do you risk tossing it around with Baker though, or do you let Chubb run the ball so you keep Mahomes off? Because you don't want Mahomes coming on and doing the damage.
No, that's a great point. I mean, here's what I would say. I would have had a much heavier run heavy offense, but we've seen this Browns offense. Kevin Stefanski, they love throwing the ball. I mean, that Jets game where they had all their receivers out and they went and played the Jets. They had Kareem Hunt healthy. They had Nick Chubb healthy, and yet they still threw the ball 53 times. So I think they're going to be involved in the screen game. I think the running backs will be used as receivers in this game.
Absolutely. And you got anything else for us, Billy, before we let you go?
Landed the lock on the EPL show. Landed my Man United plus 0.5, which I gave out on my locker room show yesterday. So yeah, good day for soccer, and hopefully we'll carry it through to the NFL. I don't know if you're doing a second pregame, but my NFL lock this week was the Saints on the money line. So I don't know if you guys are going to be coming back on again later.
No.
But if you are, I'll talk about that.
All right. Perfect transition. Thanks for calling in, Billy. Best of luck with the picks. Just
to remind everyone, because it's being chatted a little bit, it is true. Cleveland, Kansas City was the AFC championship in Madden Mayhem. The spread, Sean, you wouldn't believe it. -8.5 for Kansas City.
Oh my God.
Final score 31-24 Browns.
Browns won outright.
If that's not a sign.
Madden Mayhem, show us the way. Okay, we owe it to ourselves to talk about the later game, Ryan. I'm gonna rattle through my favorite props. Gronk under 29.5 receiving yards. I just don't think
you love Gronk.
They're using him as a blocker. Yeah, I just don't think he's going to get a ton of passing work.
It's the same thing. I would remind you what happened to me with the John Brown angle. I guess is he's coming off a game where it was so obvious going to be him in blocking, helping. Do they do that again? I don't dislike it. I'm just saying, you're going to be excited when Gronk has that big play, and now you're going to be torn rooting against it.
It's true, but that's my angle. I'm sticking to it. Drew Brees under 2.5 passing touchdowns.
Oh, interesting.
You got to lay a ton of juice, -210, but I just don't see him throwing for 3.
I almost went over because of the price, kind of around the angle that Tampa's pretty stout running the ball. So maybe it's going to be, you get some of those Kamara.
There's a guy, I don't know if you've seen, but there's a guy called Taysom Hill that they use in the goal line. And I don't think he's going to have those big plays.
You really think they're going to, you really think they're bringing Taysom Hill and Drew Brees' final game?
Yes.
In the dome. Drew Brees' final game in front of the
Why would
stadium.
they not? Why would they not play Taysom Hill? Drew Brees is like one working rib. My last one, Jared Cook over 2.5 receptions. Again, a lot of juice on that, but the number is way too low.
Yeah. So for me, I'm doing a stack, a little prop stack. Kamara over 5.5 plus 110. Thomas over 6.5 plus 105. I think it's going to be a lot of short stuff for the Saints today. I think it's going to be a lot of little dink and dunk. So I like the overs for the receptions. I'm going to take the adjusted line, the alternate spread, Saints -10.5. That's plus 265. Sean, I like the Saints to roll here, like they have twice before this season. Let's not forget. And for the first touchdown, I thought it'd be more fun if I gave out a little slice of my unit, Sean. Half unit on Troutman plus 2,800. Half unit on Brate plus 2,800.
Brate's a fun one.
We're getting 2 guys for 14-1, Sean. That's not bad.
Yes, and I just tweeted out my list of player props, but give me Scotty Miller first touchdown plus 3,000. Let's go, baby.
Oh my God.
You can't quit that guy.
Come on, Scotty. You never know when Scotty's going to show up.
All right.
Still, Marcus AM9 saying he still has my MVP ticket for Russell Wilson. Browns are going to Brown. Patrick Fisher is pointing out Saints will lose.
If the Browns get blown out by the Chiefs, it will be the most obvious miss for us in the playoffs. But if they win, if the Browns show up, how many people? Actually, it's a pretty public side, so I don't want to pretend like we're the only ones that's scary.
Yemdog81 saying Scotty Miller over 7.5 receiving yards. Yeah, that's pretty. That's a pretty solid angle. He really just needs one catch, Scotty. He's got a nice little burst. And we'll see with. What, are you related? Is Scotty Miller your cousin? No, I don't even like Scotty Miller. I just know Brady likes Scotty Miller, and that's really. I'm just betting on. Clearly, Brady plays favorites, and Scotty is one of the guys he likes. Antonio Brown, also one of the guys he likes. Have a lot of him in DFS DraftKings. Are you playing the Evans under at like 60 receiving yards?
No,
it just seems too obvious.
No, I'm not. Because I don't mind zigging there. I don't mind at some point Evans. I mean, I guess this guy might just own this. There might just be some sort of like mental ownership going on here. But
Ryan Johnson trying to troll us on YouTube saying, "Yo, guys, how much money you lose yesterday?"
Oh well, listen. As a fan of Ryan's everywhere, don't get yourself on the fucking lipstick wall list, bro.
We're gonna put you in the locker.
I don't know about. Like I said, my back hurts from sitting on all these stacks of cash.
Yeah, what are you talking about? We cashed both our locks. We both went 2-0 against the spread. Not sure what you're talking about.
You know what they say, Sean? Never a thank you, always a fuck you.
Yes, exactly.
Listen, we're not Vegas Dave, bro.
So wait, you already gave out your player props.
Gave you everything.
Mars Sharp in the Periscope saying sent you a question. Not sure where he sent that.
Oh wow, sorry, sir. Please. Must have missed it. If you're wondering how, we didn't even touch on this yet, Sean. But like, is anyone else just completely flabbergasted that the Saints went down to 2.5 this morning, and it's kind of bouncing around?
That is weird. I mean,
what are we missing?
I was hoping maybe get a Tampa Bay 3.5, but when I realized that wasn't happening, I was just gonna content with sticking with the money line angle.
What are we missing?
What do you mean? What are we missing? I'm on the Bucks.
I know, but at 2.5, are you still on the Bucks?
Yeah,
you kind of gave an angle at that. This could end up being a 3-point game. I know you like them to win, but for it to go to 2.5, people are crushing the Bucks.
Yeah.
Is it the public? Is it the sharps?
I'm not sure, but I do know Tom Brady doesn't lose to a team 3 times in one season, Ryan.
It's a baby fucking wheel, man.
You have said that before.
Mike Evans, first touchdown score, 11-1. That's kind of juicy, according to Alex Rodriguez. Yeah, I mean, if you're fading, if you think the Lattimore angle has been overplayed or that Evans is due, certainly Brady loves Evans near the goal line. So I think that's an interesting angle.
Yeah, just from a target opportunity perspective, he's one of the guys that they look to around the red zone. It's just his props are all depressed because he's just been owned by Latimer. Like he's just been absolutely dominated, and so in so many ways there's value, and that's why I said I would probably lean the other way, or just, as they say, Sean, pass.
Well, one. and Anthony George on Twitter just hit us up. Darwin Thompson, 55-1 for first touchdown with Clyde Edwards inactive. That is a juicy play indeed.
You got to take a stab at someone to run it in, right?
Yeah.
And I like I said before, that could be Mahomes too. What if you took Mahomes? You know, it's going to be a little cheaper, so I would probably take the long shot on Darwin. But
I always like quarterbacks first touchdown in must-win games.
You've won
like
money.
this.
I think you won money on Mahomes in the Super Bowl last year. If I'm not mistaken.
Yep. I don't like to bring that up, but yes, I did. And yeah, I don't know. I'm looking at my DraftKings lineup, seeing if there's any way to squeeze in Darwin Thompson here, but I kind of like who I got in the flex and running backs, and not gonna get too cute with a late swap there. All right, Kramer, we are going to be wrapping things up on the post game. We will be taking your live calls, and we even gonna be hitting on an NBA segment.
Yep.
Joined by our boy Zachy B.
Hell yeah.
From the NBA Gambling Podcast, breaking down some NBA picks for Martin Luther King Day. Great slate there, and recapping the entire NFL weekend. Going to be putting some people in lockers.
Oh,
feel free to give us a call via the Locker Room app.
Can we do maybe a double wide locker? Because I got a couple people going in the locker.
Well, I already put the wind in from the Buffalo game because it killed a bunch of the player props and stuff. But we'll make room for that. We got a bunch of lockers, bunch of people to shove them in.
I'm impressed that you could get a hold of the wind.
Yes, I did. I was able to wrangle it down in Buffalo. In spite of Kurt Warner's objection, Kurt Warner says all playoff games should be played in the dome.
We didn't touch on this yet, but
he kind of said it with a straight face. But
you went from being a blue collar everyman to a douchebag with that singular comment. Because first of all, what game were you watching that the Ravens were better than the Bills? Fuck off. Sorry.
Yes, big fan of Kurt Warner, but that is
not anymore.
That is a horrific take. Again, tune in to the post game show. Call in on the Locker Room app.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, stacking the money green, and he is Ryan.
Best of luck today, Sean.
Kramer. Let it ride.